You're watching Retirement Talk with Eric Kearney, Southwest Florida's retirement television. He's an author, a radio host, a fiduciary, and Southwest Florida's premier investment advisor. Here is Senior Investment Advisor Eric Kearney.
And welcome to Retirement Talk TV. My name is Cynthia DeFazio, and I'm joined today by Eric Kearney. And Eric is President and CEO of Retirement Wealth Advisors. Eric, how are you this morning?
I'm great, Cynthia. How are you?
It's so good to see you. I love our time together. And I love our show today because we're talking, and this is so cute, we have it named Corrections, Recessions, Elections. Oh my. Oh my. Because what a year that we are having right now. It has been just completely unprecedented. And then you throw in an election year as well. So what are you seeing in the area of retirement right now, Eric, if you don't mind me asking?
Cynthia, what are we not seeing? You know, I mean, this year, and everyone has been exhausted for this year. I mean, you know, you had no idea that we were coming into this crazy virus, and it's a worldwide pandemic.
Sure.
And so at first we're thinking, okay, it's happening in other countries, but as it progressed, it got worse and worse and worse, and then all of a sudden it ended up here. And so, I mean, it really stopped seeing loved ones from seeing each other. It stopped loved ones from going to funerals, marriages, all different kinds of things. And so it also changed the way that we socialized with each other, how we interacted with each other. And so then all of a sudden, you know, it affects the stock market, it affects people's retirement. So it's affected everyone, whether it's emotionally, financially, mentally, physically, whatever that may be. And so this has been a year like no other before.
Sure.
When it comes to retirement planning, when you take a look at all of the past events that have occurred, you take 1999, you have the tech bubble, you have 2001, which was a horrible terrorist act. And then all of a sudden you have multiple corrections and pullbacks in the market. Then you have 2008, which was a real estate meltdown and overall economic meltdown, and now all of a sudden you have this pandemic. So you take all these events that have occurred in the past, and if you really take a look at them, they're all quite different. And so the common denominator is, Cynthia, is we have to be prepared all the time.
Yeah.
We have to get that client through that retirement one way or another. It doesn't matter what event occurs, how do we protect that client?
Sure.
And so we knew that there was an election coming this year, but we had no idea of this massive pandemic that was going to take over.
Exactly.
So the thing is that, you know, through the planning and the processes that we've put together for our clients, we've gotten them through that. But I still see a lot of people who are in a lot of financial turmoil, and I really feel for them because, again, this year, I think that everyone's going to enjoy New Year's Eve this year because they want to say sayonara 2020.
Right, exactly.
So.
Have you had a lot of people that have come into the office or even just a Zoom call, because I know obviously we're still dealing with social distancing, that have had to retire early because of what's going on in our current situation? And how are you helping them deal with that if they are forced into an early retirement, Eric? Yeah,
so interestingly enough, it's better to be retired before an event rather than after an event. So we actually have been prepared for our clients. If all of a sudden something happens, you can end up retiring earlier. We had multiple executives at Lockheed Martin and other areas like that got actually buyout packages. And they said, Eric, we're prepared for this and we're going to be okay. It's the people that retire 2-3 years ago, if they're not properly prepared and they got hit with this, they're the people that are sometimes in trouble because there hasn't been proper planning to be planning for a downside market or a plunging market. That's going to really affect their portfolio. So our financial plans, our lifestyle income plans are updated consistently.
Okay.
Good or bad markets, they're updated. And what our clients are doing is they're logging into their financial plan, they're logging into their income plan, and they're actually seeing, okay, I'm still going to be okay. Eric did tell me the markets are going to do exactly what they do. They go up, they go down, but our financial plan is showing that we're still going to be okay. That's what people want. They want to know that they're going to be okay through difficult difficult times.
Sure. They want to have peace of mind, Eric, that they can actually retire comfortably and sleep at night knowing that they are in good hands by working with you because you genuinely put their interests first.
Right.
And that's so important for the viewing audience to understand, is that when you are advising a client, you are actually giving them the same advice that you would give to your family member, to your best friend. And that's what I think people need to know about you, is that you care that much.
I appreciate that, Cynthia. The one thing is that empathy has been one of the topics of conversation this year. Because people are coming in with so many different emotions and financial situations, good and bad, we have to have empathy and sit down with that client and really figure out what is the best direction to put them in. And that's actually where we take our fiduciary responsibility very seriously. By license and law, we have to put your best interest first. We're also creating that financial plan, the income plan. Purpose determines placement. We have to determine your purpose in order to determine the placement of your investments. And what a lot of people are seeing right now is this year is ripping off the camouflage, and they're seeing that their advisor may not be the appropriate advisor for them. We're also seeing where a lot of people feel that their portfolio has graduated from their advisor's capabilities, and maybe their advisor is not really capable of getting them through a difficult year. So this is again where people are coming into us and saying, Eric, I need help. And this year more than ever, we've heard people say that more than ever, because there's almost a little bit of a desperation in their voice. Eric, please help me. And so we really hear that, and again, we want to be empathetic to those as well.
And because communication is absolutely the most important component that you have with your clients, because without proper communication, obviously a disconnect can occur. So are you hearing a lot of people that are coming in to say, you know what, Eric, I definitely want to listen to you, I want to work with you, because I've not heard from the advisor that I'm working with. Do you hear that often? Yeah,
it's very unfortunate. It's kind of the common denominator again this year. My advisor's not calling me. They're not giving me any details of what's going on with my portfolio. What are my portfolio recovery strategies? How am I going to get out of this? There's also the other problem that I have this year too, Cynthia, is we've been very careful with this whole pandemic, my entire staff, but we have not missed one day in the office, not one day. And the thing is that we're still hearing from other clients that my advisor is not allowed to go into their office. Well, let me tell you something. It's okay that you're not allowed to go into the office, but you still need to be communicating with that client. You still need to be reaching out to them. Money never sleeps. We still have to pay our bills. We still have issues with our monies. And so the thing is that we always have to be there 24/7 for our clients. If you're going to be an advisor, you take your job seriously. You take that fiduciary responsibility seriously, and you stand on that wall for that client. You never back down. So no matter what comes our way, we're always going to be there for our clients, and that's the one thing that our clients really like about us. We have very low attrition. We maintain long-term clients. We bring on a lot of new clients, but we're making sure that we're servicing everyone that we've had since day one. And so this year more than ever, again, people are seeing where their advisors may not be capable of handling their portfolios because, like I said, there's a lot of personal issues that goes on. Everybody's trying to take care of their families and everything, but if you're also managing someone's money, you've got to manage their money at the same time. So, again, there's a lot of battlefronts to fight, but you've got to be prepared to fight those, and we've done a very good job at that this year. And the one thing I want to say is I want to say thank you to my staff, because I know that I'm the front man. They always call me the mouthpiece and everything, and that's fine. We have a great relationship, but my staff has worked so hard this year, and it's really hard for me to say this because I get emotional about it. I want to thank them so much because they have been there for me. They have been there for all of our clients, and I appreciate them to the end of the day. So thank you so much to everybody.
Eric, we're about ready to open up the phone lines for the very first time this week. Can you tell the viewing audience what they can expect to receive by calling in today?
Yeah, sure. If you are in need of a second opinion or you're looking for a full written plan, let's take the next 10 callers. What this will consist of is simply taking all the mystery out of financial planning. We're going to run all the reports for you, the fee reports, the Morningstar reports, a tax analysis, maybe even a volatility analysis. Let's see where it takes you. Let's see where that plan leads you. Let's get you reacquainted with your portfolio, and again, without any obligation. If you're interested in your very own income plan, we'll show you proven strategies and techniques to turbocharge your retirement income. In short, we're going to take all the guesswork out of financial planning, so give us a call today, 1-800-779-1942.
Eric, thank you so much. To the viewing audience at home, the phone lines are now open. That number to call once again is 800-779-1942. We realize the phone lines have been busy in the past, so we added an additional phone line this week for your convenience. Once again, the number to call is 800-779-1942. After this very short commercial break, I'm going to have more questions and answers for Eric about planning your perfect retirement. Please stay tuned.
What does your retirement look like? Is it filled with travel, spending time with family, or are you too worried to even think about your hopes and dreams? Eric and his team can answer your questions with a complimentary review of your retirement and income plan, and it all starts with getting to know you. Because every dream needs a plan. Call Eric today and schedule your visit. You only retire once, so let's get it right the first time.
And welcome back to Retirement Talk TV. My name is Cynthia DeFazio, and I'm joined today by Eric Kearney. And Eric is the president and CEO of Retirement Wealth Advisors. Eric, a great first segment of the show, and just it's so important to just keep talking about how you provide such peace of mind to your clients, because you care about each and every one. And so I love to hear just the appreciation that you have for your staff. I mean, that was just a very important tribute that you gave to them. And so thank you for sharing that with us, because it just shows you as just such a wonderful person as you are.
Thank you.
And I want to ask you a little bit about, going into obviously election year, people are nervous because they're not sure what's going to happen. They're not sure about taxes and different things that can happen, interest rates, what have you. What kind of advice are you giving people that are nervous specifically about just the election piece alone? I know, that's a big question, right?
It's a huge question. Haven't we had enough this year? We still have to go through an election, right? So, I mean, it's just, I think that this year everyone is exhausted, right? And now all of a sudden you have to have the energy to be able to get through this election season. The bottom line is that someone is going to be in the White House. Our office doesn't get really political. Yeah, each employee has different social issues, they have different opinions on different things. But when we walk in that front door, it really is for the client. And one thing that we all agree on is we have to build a plan upon whoever is in the White House. So according to the administration and what they're doing, that's how we're actually building and morphing your financial plan. So the thing is that we really don't have a lot of control who ends up in there, either way, if you like it or don't like it. But the thing is that we can control that financial plan. So coming up to the election, I think one of the biggest things is that we're being very proactive and not reactive. And there's a lot of people out there right now who are saying to me, I'm not doing anything until after the election. The mistake with that is that you're waiting for an event to happen and then you're going to react to it. And a lot of times that's too late. What we're trying to do is we're trying to build out several different plans of what if scenarios and trying to take advantage of that. I think we're actually going to end up the year very well.
Okay.
We've done very well this year. Our portfolios have thrived through this whole mess. But the thing is that I think we're actually going to finish out the year even better. But that started way back in January when we started to build the plan and started to build the portfolio. How are we going to be able to get through this? Then all of a sudden you get hit with difficult times with the market and you've got to readjust and punch through all that volatility.
Sure.
So the thing is that, again, we're always constantly looking ahead. And believe it or not, everybody says, what are you going to do for 2021? Well, our portfolios are already set. I already have a very good idea what we're doing for our clients right now. We have planned for this. We're pre-planning our portfolios 12 to 18 months ahead. But again, this is the difference between a lot of other financial advisors and actual money managers is money managers have the foresight to think ahead, to be able to forecast and say, what do we have to give our clients to meet their needs? So that's been really important for us to get through. And like I said, I'm not worried about the election year because again, we're taking a look at each individual's client situation and planning for that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Eric, let me ask you, as we were going to the commercial break and we had the phone number obviously on the screen, we were able to see the phone line start lighting up. And I love that because that shows that people are in the viewing audience paying attention and they're writing things down and they have some questions for you. So I wanted to ask, if someone has actually called in and they were able to get that consultation with you, what does that first appointment feel like? What can they expect by just coming in or being over Zoom with you?
You know, Cynthia, I think that people are always amazed that, you know, they're like, oh, you seem pretty laid back on the show, and we always wonder what you're going to be like in real person or, you know, in real life. I'm the same person. I mean, I'm pretty laid back. I mean, this is financial planning. You're not out shopping for boats. You're not going, you know, shopping for something fun. People are usually, one of the spouses is usually getting dragged into my office. And so I can always tell who that is. But to be honest with you, it's just a conversation. When people come in, they say, I just didn't expect this. I really like this. And I'm just having a conversation with them about what they're trying to accomplish. What can we fix? You know, what could help you sleep a little bit better at night? And so the thing is that we're just having a nice conversation, and really it's just to see if they like me and I like them and see if we're a good fit.
Okay.
And a lot of times people are coming in and they just say, geez, we haven't really done much, and I already feel relieved.
Yeah.
And that's a good feeling for me because, like I said, there's a lot of people who get overwhelmed about their financial situation and won't come in and see us. And so it's kind of like joining the gym. The hardest part about joining the gym is really picking up the phone or signing up.
Yeah.
Once you sign up, you actually go. Once people come into our office and they sit down and they see what the process is like and the people that they're going to be talking to, they're actually excited about it. And those are the people that, that's the reason that I get out of bed in the morning, because I want to accomplish a better financial life for them. And so the first meeting, I think people get a little overwhelmed about. It's just a fun conversation. I mean, the day that I stop having fun at this job and the day that I stop serving my clients is the day that I'm going to retire. But I have fun every single day. I love putting people in a better financial situation, and it's a lot of fun for me.
Absolutely, and you can tell. I mean, it obviously comes through every time that we're talking about, you know, helping people plan for retirement. You light up.
Yeah.
You obviously have a passion for it. And so I have to ask you, where does that passion come from? Why do you enjoy helping others so much?
My parents, both of my parents were self-employed. And again, I get emotional about this too, because on Saturdays, I didn't really watch cartoons. I actually went into my dad's print shop and I saw how hard my parents worked.
Yeah.
And they were the ones that taught me how to work hard for people, do the right thing for people. And when I read about what a fiduciary responsibility was, I got it.
Yeah.
I was like, do what's in the best interest for the client.
Yeah.
And that's really what I liked so much about it. So both my parents were middle class, hardworking people. And sometimes we didn't even feel like a family. It was more like a corporation, you know, like, I mean, it was so regimented, but I mean, you know, my parents loved us very much, but we understood, you know, what it was like to have a budget. And it was interesting too, because my parents had two businesses. And sometimes my mother's business would loan my father's money business, and sometimes my dad's business would loan my mother's business. And we would actually talk about that at the dinner table. So, you know, so I kind of grew up with this, and I'd be the referee, like, well, what's the interest rate on that, you know? Yeah. But yeah, just two hardworking people, and just, you know, they always loved to help other people. And it was just amazing. Like, my mom would come home and tell us stories about, you know, who she helped that day or how she reduced some taxes and everything. And it was kind of just interesting about that. So like I said, we're doing the same thing, but financial planning back in the 80s was so simple.
Sure.
And now all of a sudden it's evolved, and there's products and tools and market volatility and world events. It's just much more difficult. So the thing is that my mother, she comes down from New York and stays with me every once in a while, and she's just like, I wouldn't want your job today, right? But the thing is that, again, that's where you have a staff, and you have a back office staff that's constantly helping you, that's constantly engaging with you and supporting you and saying, look, you know, what do you need help for this client? And so the thing is that every single client that walks through the door, Cynthia, and you've seen this too before, everyone has a different situation.
Absolutely.
So the thing is that that's what makes it exciting too, is you have to have a lot of tools, and we have a lot of tools. This year we've used more tools than ever just because of all these markets being all over the place. but it's been a lot of fun, and again, we've put people into a significantly better position, and I'm thrilled about that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Eric, it's about time for us to open up the phone lines again to the viewing audience. Can you tell them what they can expect to receive?
Sure. So if you've never had a second opinion or you're looking for a full financial plan, let's take the next 10 callers who are in need of that financial plan that is missing. There's no obligation. This is a $1,000 value, and we're going to give it away free. So what this will consist of is we're going to run all the reports for you, the fee reports, the Morningstar reports, a tax analysis, maybe even a volatility analysis. Let's see where it takes you. Let's see where that plan leads you. Let's get you reacquainted with your portfolio, and again, without any obligation. If you're interested in your very own income plan, we'll show you proven strategies and techniques to turbocharge your retirement income. In short, we're going to take all the guesswork out of financial planning. So again, for the next 10 callers, 1-800-779-1942.
Thank you, Eric. To the viewing audience at home, the phone lines are once again open. That number to call is 1-800-779-1942. We know you have a lot of questions about planning your perfect retirement. Eric has the answers for you. Again, the phone lines are open. We're going to take the next 10 callers. The number to call is 800-779-1942. After this very short commercial break, we're going to have some more questions and answers for Eric about planning your perfect retirement. So please stay tuned.
What does your retirement look like? Is it filled with travel, spending time with family, uninterrupted rounds at the golf course? Or are you too worried to even think about your hopes and dreams?
Questions about your retirement are normal. So come into our office, sit down with us, and let us help you find those answers.
Eric and his team can answer your questions with a complimentary review of your retirement and income plan, and it all starts with getting to know you.
We specialize in helping people just like you prepare for the retirement that they've always dreamed of.
They'll do exactly that by going over your current strategy to expose the weaknesses that may exist in your retirement portfolio. Plus, they'll explain potential risks and possible strategies to you in easy-to-understand terms and help get you reacquainted with your portfolio and income strategy.
What I enjoy most about retirement planning is sitting down with you and having real conversations about your retirement dreams and goals.
Once they understand your retirement goals, objectives, and dreams, they'll work to custom build a retirement plan to help ensure that you cannot outlive your income in retirement.
Retirement doesn't have to be scary. Let us help you retire confidently.
Because every dream needs a plan. Call Eric today and schedule your visit. You only retire once, so let's get it right the first time.
And welcome back to Retirement Talk TV. My name is Cynthia DeFazio. I am joined today by Eric Kearney, and Eric is President and CEO of Retirement Wealth Advisors. Eric, an amazing show. And again, when we were going to the commercial break, the phone lines were lighting up. So the great thing is we have a couple viewer questions.
Oh, great.
So is that okay? Can I throw a couple
absolutely.
at you? All right. It says, Eric, I enjoy watching your show so much each week. I am 10 years away from retiring, and I have not put a proper retirement plan in place. What advice do you have for me, and is it too late? 10 years from retirement, no plan. Is it too late?
It's never too late. I mean, the thing is that it usually takes a good 10 years to save. And then don't forget, even once the day that you retire, you still could be in an accumulation stage. So depending on what age you are, you still could have another 15 years of accumulation. The biggest thing that you want to start taking a look at right now is tax strategies, your asset allocation. Are you actually performing as well as the markets? Are you outperforming them? Are you underperforming them? Really, and then start to put together a lifestyle income budget. How much will your life cost in another 10 years? And basically, Cynthia, you know, what we're really doing is reverse engineering someone's life. What is important to you? And then back off on that and say, how are we going to pay for it? So again, 10 years is still a long time. You got another 5 years after that for accumulation. This should be in pretty good shape.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Eric. The next question is, Eric, I am considering retiring, but I'm not sure if I am able to do so. What kind of plan can you put in place for me to make sure that I'm okay to retire where I am right now in my life?
Right. So again, purpose determines placement. We have to figure out what your purpose is, what you're trying to accomplish, what are your goals and objectives, how much does your life cost, and then all of a sudden for you, we're going to put together a lifestyle income plan. We're going to take a look at your Social Security strategies. We're going to take a look at all your holdings, what's taxable, what's not taxable. How can we build an asset allocation for you? You know, Cynthia, I think the thing is that there's so many moving parts to actually retirement that people get overwhelmed by it. And we talk about that often. But the thing is that we really don't want people to get overwhelmed. We want them to say, look, there is help out there that you can actually get for that. So I would ask them to give us a call and get that financial plan built.
Okay, very good. This one says, Eric, I am turning 62 next year, 2021. I want to start taking my Social Security benefits. I've heard that's a good idea since there is a chance Social Security would go away in the future. What is your opinion on that, please?
The Secure Act guarantees that Social Security is not going away for a long time. So for all retirees out there who have a great deal of money in a qualified plan, the Secure Act is probably the biggest tax grab in history. That's the other thing that we're preparing for right now. So the biggest thing is that run through, look at Social Security strategies. If you're married, take a look at spousal benefits and so forth. Social Security is not a standalone event. You want to include that in every single financial plan.
Okay. Are you finding that a lot of people get advice on Social Security from the water cooler?
Yeah, yeah. It's like, what are you doing? I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. And it's wrong because, like I said, I mean, even though there's reduced strategies, there's still a lot of strategies out there. So again, you've got to incorporate those in any financial plan that you do.
Absolutely. And Eric, we only have about 1 minute and 40 seconds left of the show this week. Can you tell the viewing audience what they can expect to receive by being one of your callers this week?
Sure, Cynthia. Give us a call today. We're going to run the full financial plan. We're going to run all the reports for you, the fee report, a tax analysis, a volatility analysis. You're going to know more about your portfolio than ever before. If you're interested in an income plan, we're going to show you proven strategies and techniques to turbocharge your retirement income. In short, we're going to take all the guesswork out of financial planning. So we want you to make sure that you're getting involved with your portfolio and you understand where that's coming from. So give us a call today, 1-800-779-1942.
And I think it's so important to mention that you only retire once, so you need to get it right the first time. Is that correct?
That is correct. I mean, we want to do it right the first time, then you never have to worry about it, Cynthia.
Absolutely. Well, Eric, I can't believe how time goes so fast when we're on the show together because, again, it's just an amazing amount of information that you're delivering to the viewing audience. They're getting an opportunity to see you as a person, which I think is amazing as well. So to our viewers at home, thank you so much for once again watching Retirement Talk TV. We enjoy spending time with you each week. We know you have a lot of questions about retirement. It should not be a scary process for you. It should be comfortable and very peaceful, and Eric can give you that peace of mind. Once again, the number to call is 800-779-1942. Remember, you only retire once. Let's get it right the first time. Thank you for watching. We look forward to seeing you again next week. Be safe and be blessed. Thank you again.